Audio Jungle.
I work at the Association of Donkey Traders here in Somaliland. I have worked for 6 years as a donkey trader, and I have been trying hard to use the little money I get to support my family. This little amount we get together with other members is so little considering that we live in rental houses and are required to pay madrasa fee for our children, and it's not enough at all.
Audio Jungle.
Abdisalam's situation is not unique. Young people between the ages of 15 to 30 in Somalia often engage in low productive and poor quality jobs, mostly in the informal economy because of the absence of social protection and low demand for jobs by companies.
The major problem here is that of critical unemployment. The population is 2 million. The government of the present president has managed to employ only 9,000, yet annually there are 5,000 to 6,000 graduates leaving the universities to join the job market. 80% of them seek jobs with the public sector. 90% of the employed are engaged in the private sector. However, job seekers want jobs with the government, which cannot meet the job needs of the population of Somaliland.
The government of Somalia, in partnership with the UNDP, initiated the Youth Employment Project in 2013. The project focused on promoting income-generating activities, implementing short-term labor-intensive employment projects, and skills development programs, as well as building the capacity of institutions that provide quality skills training.
The objectives of Youth Employment Project is to increase employability of youth in Somalia by intervening in the skills of Somali youth, by intervening in increasing the demand for employment, and also by creating infrastructure so that youth can engage in activities that are needed for their empowerment in the society.
The project aims to improve the long-term potential for growth, productivity, and employment by tackling the key constraints of 6 value chains in various sectors, including agriculture, fisheries, and livestock, leading to 5,000 sustainable jobs, rehabilitate productive infrastructure through short-term jobs for 30,000 youth, translating to 16,000 rural and 14,000 urban.
To date, there have been more than 4,000 short-term jobs created through cash for work activities, mainly implemented by 3 UN agencies, UNDP, FAO, and ILO. In addition, there have been more than 2,000 young men and women that have benefited from improved skills through different trainings provided across Somalia.
Out of the interventions of the program, 7,860 metric tons of waste has been collected and disposed. 14 kilometers of roads have been cleared and over 1.4 million meters squared of space cleaned. 49,974 workdays generated and 2,000 one-month short-term employment opportunities created. 87% of beneficiaries are women. $240,000 of the overall project budget was earned by workers. Through inclusion of women in development, chances of improving family nutrition, hygiene, educational opportunities, and overall well-being also increased.
Targets were set very high when this project was designed. Overall, the targets set for the 4 agencies is 30,000 short-term jobs to be created, out of which 30% should be for women, 5,000 long-term jobs, and 20,000 youth benefit from the improved skills.
The rehabilitated infrastructure benefited at least 4,936 direct beneficiaries, in addition to around 570,000 indirect beneficiaries, who are the family members of the direct beneficiaries. The residents of Burao town benefited directly from the stone gabions, which were constructed to prevent floods of the Burao seasonal river. This is very good, especially for the Darikada area, which is the oldest agricultural community in Sheikh. Water flowing from the hills used to flood their farms. We have been assisted by the agency and we hope to benefit from it. At least 70,000 inhabitants of Baidoa and adjacent districts of Kansadere, Dinsor, Burhakaba also benefited from the improved services of Baidoa Hospital after the second phase rehabilitation. Installation of the solar panel will help the health center to double the work hours from 8 hours per day to 16 hours. It will also help in introducing new electrical devices to the health center. In addition, the center will save the value of the monthly bill they pay for city supply. Improving the employability of young people, putting in place pro-employment macroeconomic policies, providing finance, venture capital, and public works schemes, as well as investing in quality jobs, are the key to ensuring opportunities for present and future generations in Somalia.
The government plan is to attract foreign investments, which can create jobs. For example, the Barbera export processing zones. This can lead to self-reliance and income generation activities. Provision of technical training skills with the help of the UNDP and World Bank to assist the youth in income generating activities.
The National Development Plan, which is a government-owned document, has specific indicators built within the document, such as decreasing youth employment from 23 to 17%, creating 50,000 jobs a year, increasing its input in the vocational education and technical training for young people in Somalia. So the goals are, the targets are set very, very high. We, as 4 UN agencies implementing youth employment Somalia, are working very, very closely with the government of Somalia, namely with the Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs, to translate these goals into actions that can be implemented across Somalia.
The government of Somalia recognizes the centrality of youth in fostering stability in the country and is now pursuing strategies of changing the short-term contracts to long-term employment for the youth through a massive skills training of 20,000 youths and creating macroeconomic stability by ensuring the rule of law is in place to allow entrepreneurship to flourish.
Audio Jungle.
Objective number 1 is to revive the economy of this country by developing the key sectors that are vital to the revival of the economy, whether it's agriculture, fishing, or livestock, or telecoms, or banking and finance, or energy, or water, or even state capacity so that the state can be able to deliver the services that are needed. It also calls for a significant reform of our social sector, such as our education, both the primary education as well as higher education. There's quite a bit of programs for our health sector. Somalia still has one of the highest infant mortality, and that's quite unacceptable. We have exceptionally low nutrition rates. It's also unacceptable. So it is a very comprehensive document that intends to address all of these objectives.